put that down there, close to you. What's the date? No, it's just the recorder.
Is it the 9th?
It's 10th today. 10th of May 2023. 4 days after the coronation of Charles III.
Did you see much of that?
I did, yeah, I did. I had it on in the background while I was doing some housework. Yeah. You watched it all, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, when you're watching that and you see the inside of Westminster Cathedral and that, it's fantastic.
Yeah, I was struck by how old it all was, and they're saying that they've been doing that for 1,000 years.
Yeah. They said the first king to be crowned in Westminster Abbey was William the Conqueror.
Oh, really?
But I didn't know that Westminster Abbey was built before William the Conqueror came.
I guess it must have been.
1066.
Well, maybe it wasn't. I don't know, but maybe it wasn't quite the cathedral it is now. Maybe it was built up a bit more in the
I'm sure it had.
medieval times.
But the choirs singing in there were phenomenal. I love hearing that choir music, all singing, and they all do a descant, don't they? And then all the sopranos go up high, and they're fantastic.
Yeah, I wasn't too fond of that bit, but
I'm sure they'll put out a DVD, won't they, of the
probably
highlights of all that.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, I enjoyed all the pageantry. Looking at their stagecoach. Apparently, their stagecoach is very uncomfortable. I did a bit of reading on it.
Oh, the gold one.
Yeah, Queen Victoria and Queen Elizabeth have both complained about that it's extremely uncomfortable to ride in.
Yeah, but it's been modified now, hasn't it?
A little, yeah. Apparently it's still not great though.
They put hydraulic suspension on it.
Oh, really?
It's got a heater.
Oh, okay.
And several. Yeah, it's got a heater and an air conditioner.
Right.
And hydraulic suspension.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, probably a bit better then. Let's see what King Charles says about it when he's interviewed. Right, okay. So, next chapter, or the next questions. What were the most joyous or fulfilling times of your life, do you think?
The most joyous and fulfilling. I think that time when I went overseas to work in Korea.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that was a big move for the family, wasn't it?
Yeah. New experiences.
Yeah. I guess there must have been quite a lot of preparation required for that.
I don't know if you and Sam remember much about it.
I remember bits of Korea. I don't remember much in the lead up to it. No. I vaguely remember staying in a hotel in Sudbury when we were come back.
Well, the Four Swans or something.
Yeah. I think that's where I had my accident, and I cracked my head open, I think.
What accident was that then?
Well, I mean, as I remember, me and Sam were larking around on the stairs, and at breakfast time. This is only my memory; it might not be correct. And I fell head first and cracked my head on the skirting board. And apparently, I ran into the breakfast hall with my head pouring with blood.
I don't recall that.
No, maybe you weren't there in the breakfast hall at the time. Maybe Mum was there, or just a member of staff. But yeah, I've still got a scar behind my hairline.
But what about the scar on your lip?
Well, that was.
How old were you then?
I don't know. As I
That's
understand,
before
I
we-
was about 3 then.
Yeah, it must have been before we went to Korea.
Yeah, as at Grandad Jackson's.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, that was horrific. Oh, when I think that that glass tube that broke and came down with obviously with a very sharp
Yeah.
piece of glass and got my lip there, and I think to myself, what would happen if they got it in the eye?
Yeah, no. Yeah. It's both lucky and unlucky, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well. It's what it is.
Hasn't affected you at all in your life, has it?
No. No one really mentions it.
No.
Yeah, it gives your face a bit of character.
Well, I think about it now and again, and I think, you know, because I had that blue Austin Princess or something.
Oh, the car.
Yeah, guy kind of picked you up and tossed you into the back of the car with a big towel over your face.
Yeah, I remember that.
and went hell for leather to the hospital
Right.
with my headlamps on,
Oh,
blowing my hooter.
I see. Which hospital was that? Severals? Or Colchester General?
No, I can't exactly remember which hospital it was.
Right. Was it? Where was Grandad Jackson's? It was in Burgolt, was it?
Yeah,
Right. Okay.
we're probably going into Colchester then.
Yeah, I would have thought so. Yeah.
I remember them saying when we were in the A&E that the doctor who they had on service that day on duty was really good as far as stitching and that is concerned.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
He
good.
says you're lucky you had him on duty that day. He's made a lovely job of it.
Oh, well, yeah, that's really.
Mm.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, it's not like some jobs you see where you can see like the stitch things like either side. Yeah, it's quite neat. Yeah.
Yeah, because one of the boys, who was the one? Was it Matthew?
Yeah, Matthew Hearn.
That's a bit of spark, big spark, right, landed on his lip, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
And then because he had a,
I got a burn.
yeah, and what do they call that scar when it's proud? A keloid
I
scar.
don't know.
But did his ever get dealt with, or has he still got that today?
Well, I've never noticed it when I'm looking at him. I dare say it's there in some form, but
Yeah.
I don't notice it. Oh well, it's part of growing up, isn't it? Picking up injuries. Sam broke a load of bones. I got a couple of scars. So yeah, it's part of a rough and tumble of growing up. Yeah. Can't keep an eye on this all the time. Some people say that children today are not allowed to like have any accidents because they don't have any fun either. So yeah, joyous and fulfilling times. I guess getting married as well must have been quite momentous for you, and like having children. Are there any really sad times, and very difficult times?
I think. Sad or what?
Any sad or tragic or times that were difficult to get through?
Nothing that springs to mind.
Hmm. Yeah. Any, like,
Because
any.
we didn't, hadn't, in those early days, hadn't lost any, it's not as if we'd lost our parents.
No, they both lived to a good old age, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or some traumatic.
No, I can't think of anything. Okay.
I was going to say, getting caught up in those East Coast floods, but I can't remember when they were.
Oh.
You must have been older then, were you?
Is that? Yeah, I don't remember that.
Early 50s.
Is that you and you in Canvey Island?
Mm.
Oh, right. Yeah. No, I don't. No, yeah, I've got no knowledge of those. Oh, what happened there then?
Well, we were kind of evacuated, moved off the island.
Oh.
We didn't have any kind of personal major upsets.
Was there any damage to the home?
Where we were living, Weewanna.
Mm.
Was it Weewanna?
Yeah, I vaguely remember that.
No, we were very, very fortunate in as much that my father went back round there, and where the water had been coming up, you know, all over the island, the sea level was raised. That's how places got flooded. But from where we were, there was a back step into the property, and the water level just came to the...
Wow.
So that as you kind of walked through the water, made little ripples, they would just bobble over the step.
Oh, wow.
And that's as much as we had.
You were lucky then.
Yeah.
Very lucky by the sounds of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I mean, we are quite lucky in this part of the world, aren't we? With natural disasters, we do get flooding every now and then, but with like fires, earthquakes, or tornadoes. I suppose we had that big storm in 1987, hurricane. Yeah, I've got memories of that.
Where were you then?
Well, we would have both, I think 1987, I'd have been at the grammar and Sam would have been at the Philip Moran. And I don't remember much about the evening itself, but I do remember maybe trying to get into school, and there were like great big trees falling everywhere.
Mm. You say that was when? 57 or?
No, that was in 1987.
87.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only be careful not to get mixed up with the flood and the storm.
No, or the flood. Yeah, it sounds like it was a lot earlier.
Early 50s.
When you were in Canvey Islands.
Yeah.
And yeah, obviously the hurricane in 1987 was at the Pippins.
But we didn't really have any damage on that, 87.
No.
But we did the following year.
Oh.
They had another hurricane, must have been 88.
Oh, really?
And we lost a number of tiles off the roof
Oh,
of
right.
the Pippins.
Hiya!
Okay.
Just checking all's okay.
Okay. So yeah, a few tiles off the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right. This is, if you could do one thing differently in your life, what would that be? Like major regrets?
You're not thinking of like learning to play the piano or something like that?
Well, yeah. I mean, something maybe you did do that you wish you hadn't have done, or something you didn't do that you wish you had.
Because I've been asked that question, you know, what would you do if you had your life over again?
Well, yeah, similar. Yeah.
But I usually say, well, play a music, learn to play a
Right.
musical instrument, learn a foreign language.
That's a good one.
I'm trying to think of the third one. Language, music. Because when you see some of these, well, they're on the news, we're just seeing about this young girl who's died,
Yeah.
but at the time she was a gifted chess player
Yes.
at about the age of 3 or 4. Incredible.
Yeah.
And we've had this program running on the prior to the concert and all the celebrations, where they, you know, that young man who gets choirs together on different occasions. I forget what his name is now. Anyway, he had the responsibility of they were going to assemble a choir from people all different parts of the country.
Oh.
And they set a piano up at one of the big train stations in London.
Oh.
And then they invited people who they felt were gifted to come and play the piano. And some of them were phenomenal. Youngsters playing the piano. You think, how on earth did he learn to play the piano like that?
Some people are naturally gifted, aren't they?
Yeah, and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And I saw, during the actual concert, I saw 2 of them who had been selected from those trials that they were doing, selected to actually play for the King.
Oh.
Super.
Oh, wow. What a privilege.
And I think one of the girls was born deaf and blind.
Oh, really?
And she also had a kind of nervous affliction. So she's playing the piano there, and she was, you know,
You know, I could maybe envisage playing the piano when blind, but playing when deaf, I would have thought, if you're like absolutely stone deaf, I would have thought that would be, very difficult to overcome.
Yeah.
Unless you learned to play before, you've gone. There's this time when she was able
As you
to
say,
hear.
if you've never been deaf
Yeah.
or never had sight, must be hard to imagine.
Yeah.
Right, press on.
Right, okay. Is there anything in particular that you've learned over your lifetime? That any kind of words of wisdom that you think, lifetime lessons?
Honesty is the best policy.
Oh, okay. And did you learn that the hard way, or is that something you've always stuck by?
No, I always remember stealing one thing. It was silly. That's when I was at the primary school. I must have been at on Canvey. And as we left school, we used to come out of school and then walk down quite a long street. They call it High Road or something, I think. And we walked past a greengrocer's shop. And as we went past it, I reached out and got hold of a tangerine. Went walking off down with that. But Mum caught me out. What have you been eating? You know, let me have a look at your hands, or let me smell your breath. you've been eating a tangerine. Where did you get that from? And I had to admit that I'd stolen it.
Dear. Did you get any kind of punishment for that?
I think I must have done. I can't remember what it was.
Right. Obviously enough for you to remember. I guess.
So what category did that come under? It's something you regret doing?
No, were there any lessons that you learned over your lifetime? And do you have a particular philosophy of life? I know you're a very hard worker.
No, nothing kind of springs to mind. Anything that I kind of run my life by.
Right.
Give us an example.
Well, I was just thinking that obviously your mum and dad were had I think a good set of values, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
Which they obviously passed down to you. Oops, hold on. Did you worked very hard?
Yeah, I worked hard before.
Yeah.
Exactly, worked hard before the 11 plus.
Yeah, you worked hard at school and
And worked hard at kind of O levels, revising for those.
and you played hard at rugby.
That's true, yeah.
And you worked hard at Lucas CAV, didn't you? Building a life for the family.
Yeah.
You know, being able to
got quite a good job by hard work.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we had some good holidays as well. So you learned to, I remember you enjoyed your leisure time as well, especially the sports. When we used to go to Clipsby, you used to
take the caravan up there.
Yeah, you were a dab hand at most things you turned your hand to, weren't you?
Yeah, we had tennis there, didn't we?
Yeah, bowls.
Darts,
putting green.
was it?
Yeah, darts. Yeah.
Putting, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we had a little collection of Clipsby mugs, didn't we, at one time?
That's right.
I don't know what happened to them.
No, you can keep them all.
Yeah, so I suppose that was considered quite an achievement at the time.
Yeah. Is there any place? Is there any place that you'd like to visit that maybe you didn't get the chance to visit? I know you did a lot of travelling in your retirement as well, didn't you? You went to Africa. I know that. All places over Europe. You went to America. Did you ever go to South America?
No, I don't think, well, yeah. Costa Rica.
Oh, you went. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. Me and Liz got married.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you did go to South America or Central America. Yeah.
Yeah, I've not been to Argentina and Peru and things like that.
No, nor have I. And I don't suppose you went to. Did you ever get to Australia or New Zealand?
No.
Yeah, I don't think many people do actually.
I'd already mentioned Korea, hadn't I?
Yes, yeah.
And we've been to one of our holidays took us to Thailand.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And you went to Goa, didn't you? So you went to India.
Yeah.
been to obviously France, Spain, Italy, Portugal, Greece, in Europe. So yeah, so fairly well travelled. And of course, after we finished in Korea, we got that. I think Lucas CAV paid for a holiday to Hawaii, didn't they, in the west coast of America?
Yeah, part of the deal was that when we were due to come back from Korea, that they would give us our first class fare in cash.
Ah.
So we could either get a flight, a first class flight from Korea back to the USA, or they'd give us the value of a first class flight, and we could spend that how we liked.
I see.
And that we used that to go back to America initially. We drove to, we flew into California, didn't we?
Via Hawaii?
Yeah, we went to Hawaii. We flew from Korea to Hawaii.
Right.
Then Hawaii to mainland America.
I see.
California. And then we rented a car and we went up to San Francisco, rented a car, and over a period of about 4 or 5 weeks, we just drove right the way down the south coast.
Yeah.
So we got down as far as San Diego. And then from there, when it was time to come back, we went back to Los Angeles again.
Okay.
And we got a flight back to the UK via Laker Airlines. Have you ever heard of them?
Vaguely.
Freddie Laker.
Yeah, I do remember. Yeah.
He was one of the first people to get cheap flights.
Oh.
So we took advantage of that.
Right. It's the first budget airlines.
Yeah. So when you think we did all that travelling, etc., renting the car, hotel staying, all on the money that they gave for our first class airfare.
Right.
It's incredible.
Yeah, that is quite impressive, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit of a no-brainer, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do remember driving through really long drives through like desert and stuff.
Well, we drove over to Las Vegas.
Right. Yeah, because that's in the middle of the desert, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's in Nevada. And I remember we went to Hoover Dam, didn't we?
Yeah.
Like Arizona, I guess.
Yeah.
Where that is. Yeah.
And Grand Canyon.
Yes, that's right. Hoover Dam. Yeah.
Have we got
And
I know one of the hotels we were staying at in Las Vegas, I think.
Yeah.
Didn't Sam dive off the highest board?
I was just thinking of that. Yeah. He landed flat on his stomach. How did he react to that? Can you remember?
He wasn't all that upset.
Oh, really? It made a real noise though, didn't it?
Oh yes.
Yeah, I think that's how he got most of his injuries, isn't he? Like he was stretching himself. I think one of them he fell off. Didn't he fall off a big umpire's chair at tennis or something?
Yes, and he don't know if he broke a bone on that, did he? Or
yeah, I've got a feeling. Yeah, I couldn't even tell you where it was. But
it was on where we had an apartment.
In Korea?
In Korea,
right. That's
where we were living.
Yeah.
And there was a tennis court.
Right.
It was part of the facilities that have been provided. Because these apartments we were staying in, they'd been built specifically to accommodate expats who, like us, were going out there to work in Korea.
Oh, in Busan.
Mm.
Oh, I didn't know that. I
So,
wasn't aware of that.
Yeah, so there was a swimming pool, there, tennis court.
Mm.
But when they had those big
Typhoon.
typhoon out there,
Mm.
the water came right up over that swimming pool, and I think I don't think it was used after that. It was full of sand.
Oh, wow. Crikey.
Yeah.
Shocking, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, that typhoon. We had like parts of the road slip down the mountainside, didn't it? On the way.
That's right.
Some American soldiers got killed.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. Yeah. Horrendous.
Because Sam didn't go to the American school, did he, on Jinhae?
No, that was me.
He went.
Yeah.
But we walked along to where they've had these landslides. And I remember saying, God, blimey, we're not going to go back to Jinhae for a while. And they'd got the road mended and everything in about 2 days.
No way.
They brought busloads of people.
Oh.
They brought out to where the landslide had been, and they literally put it all back together again with their bare hands.
My goodness.
Picking up rocks and that,
Wow.
and incredible.
Yeah, you wouldn't get that done over here, would you? Yeah, that'd be roped off for months. Yeah. Yeah, I remember things like there were a lot of Korean women go and wash their clothes in the river or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there was lots of Buddhist temples around, weren't there, I think.
And whenever we went to a market, you and Sam you particularly used to get upset when some old Korean lady would come up and go on your head.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they've all got jet black hair.
Oh.
And of course, you and Sam both have blonde hair.
Yeah.
And they love touching your head.
Yeah, I haven't seen it before. Alright, well, yeah, we're almost at the end now. Is there anything, what are you the most grateful for in your life, do you think? Have you ever thought about that?
What are we making you grateful for, did you say?
Well, no, what are you grateful for in your life? Have you ever thought about that?
I was going to say good health.
Oh, yeah. Wow. You've had that for the vast majority of your life.
Yeah, I had good health. I'm just trying to think. But accidents that I've had instead, obviously this hip, which I've now got.
Oh.
What other things?
You have any injuries playing rugby?
Yes, I tore a cartilage in my left leg. Put me out for several weeks.
Yeah.
We were talking about rugby though, and various achievements. I was actually the rugby club captain.
Yes.
Of the rugby club, which was a bit of an honour.
Ah, yeah, of course.
Because they had that big plaque up on the wall with the names and dates of various people who have been captain.
Yeah. It's still there, isn't it? I would have thought.
I don't know whether it's still there now.
Yeah.
I think it was there. It was still there last time we went down to Canby, had a look around. No, it wouldn't be Canby, would it? When I was
Cavendish.
Yeah, when I was playing rugby, I wasn't
You thought it must have been probably the Pippins then, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I know I was very proud to be the. I was just trying to think of the dates.
No, I couldn't tell you.
I was club captain. Tore my cartilage. Just trying to link those together, timing wise.
It's been 60s or 70s, I'm guessing. Late 60s, early 70s. Rugby heyday.
Yeah, because Mum and I got married in 72, was it?
That's right. Yeah. Alright, well I think we're pretty much at the end there. Is there anything I haven't asked you that you'd like to talk about?
Oh yeah, we were talking about things going in good health.
Yeah, gratitude.
And yet there's Mum's got dementia.
Yeah,
I've got this Parkinson's,
yes.
which has affected both of our lives, tremendously. I mean, your life without those things, your life would have been completely different.
Yeah. I think it's very unfortunate. I think maybe a couple. If you're unlucky, one of you get one of those illnesses. If you're unlucky, but for both of you to have come down with a neurodegenerative condition, I think it's very unlucky. I suppose if you are looking for gratitude, it's both moving into care at the same time, and that you, thanks to all your hard work during your life, you've been able to afford like a decent care home, and you're well looked after now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I must admit, I know it's probably a lot to accept when you have to give up your own home. Because I remember you had to kind of give up your driving license and then get moved in here. So obviously it's a big transition, and I don't know what it was like for you, but I was kind of very impressed at how well you seemed to accept that change. You weren't all kind of bitter and resentful about it.
There's no point bleating about it all, is it? You're gonna, got to accept it to some extent. I mean, you can say, why me? But if it was something like cancer, but you've been smoking all your life, you can say, well, it's your own fault.
Yeah.
But as far as Mum's concerned, why should she have the condition that she's got now?
I don't know.
She's always led a good life.
Yeah, lots of exercise, and you both ate well as well. Yeah, she did a lot of swimming, and okay, some of the skin cancers she might have. I know she liked her time out in the sun. But yeah.
Now, whether that's got anything to do with her dementia, I don't think so.
No,
I've never heard that.
No.
Any link between dementia and sunbathing?
No, I think dementia seems to be quite indiscriminate.
Yeah.
I mean, they do say there are several things you can do to limit your risk.
Yeah.
But that's all you're doing. You're not guaranteeing that you haven't got it. You won't get it. But yeah, let's just hope that in the future the treatment's a bit better. I think they're making progress with Alzheimer's after a long time.
Yeah, there was an article in the paper there just the other day. It made something what they call a big breakthrough.
Yep.
But that was, reading through that, it wasn't a cure.
No.
It would just reduce your chances of developing it.
I think it was when it like slowed the progression considerably.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So yeah, I think, and that's the first time that they've actually had a medicine that actually slows it down, whereas like most of the medicines up to that point will just treat the symptoms that come. And
they'll keep on trying, and one can only assume that sooner or later they'll reach the stage where they find a cure.
I hope so. Yeah, the company I work for now has been working on Alzheimer's. They had a disappointment actually with one of their medications at the same time that a couple of other companies were having success. So yeah, there obviously are still a lot of people working on it. You know what pharmaceuticals are like. If there's money to be made, then there'll certainly be.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So when you think about that, I mean, with that one the other day, they were talking about the cost. You know, if they did establish that it would slow down any kind of progression. But I mean, they were crazy figures. You know, $200 a month or something.
Oh, for the medicine.
Yeah, for a medication.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, it will be expensive for a long time, for 10 years until the patent runs out. But I guess even then, what they'll do is they'll offset it against the, you know, because obviously Alzheimer's itself has like a large cost to society.
Oh yeah.
And so if by giving people these medicines, it means that perhaps they don't have to go into care so quickly, then that'll be saving money as well. So yeah, it's the economy of the disease versus the cost of the disease versus the cost of the medicine.
So eventually, would it be just taking a pill every day?
I guess so. Yeah, maybe.
That's how most of medicines are administered, aren't they?
Yeah.
A pill or an injection.
Yeah, or an infusion. Yeah. Because a lot of the medicines they're making now are based on, they're called immunotherapies. So they're like actually they're specially designed antibodies rather than just kind of little small molecule chemicals. So they're kind of big kind of protein-like molecules now. They're designing especially. So yeah, it's very clever. It's all moving on a bit.
Well, again, just recently, only in the last few days, they talked about this big breakthrough as far as DNA was concerned, weren't they?
Oh.
A child has been born who's got the DNA from two people.
Oh, okay.
Something like that.
I don't know. I haven't heard that story.
Yeah, there was, and they've got DNA from the donor, and have passed that on to someone who had some kind of problem.
Oh, really?
But that's happened just in the last few days, I'm sure.
Oh, I see.
You probably looked that up in your little...
Yeah, I can do.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
But then that was someone up in Scotland, I think.
okay. I'll have a look at that. Yeah. Okay. Well, shall we bring the recording to a close now then?
Yeah.
Have you got any final comments?
Nothing springs to mind, Ben.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, thank you for your time. It's been a pleasure.
Been giving it a bit of an airing, haven't we?
Yeah. It's good. No, I've been uploading them. I've been processing them back home, so they're available on YouTube now for other people to listen to. Yeah. So there you go. All right. Well, it's been a pleasure doing these sessions with you.
It has.
And yeah.
Pull back a few memories.
Yeah. All right. Oh, signing off.